Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing today? I hope you all are well. So, I don't normally share a lot of personal stuff. I'm a very private person. So, for me to talk about my personal things more specifically is a little challenging for me. But 90% of the time, the messages I'm sharing with you guys are related to, and I've mentioned this, are related to things that I'm experiencing, are very much things I'm experiencing, and the greater message is something that I'm meant to share with you. So, to get to the greater message, I kind of need to give you some background information. Um, I'm at a point, let me see if I can talk. I am at a point in my life in which I am very, very ready to move from my current full-time job to doing my business full-time. Very, very mentally and I feel physically ready to do that, physically within myself. However, there are things that still need to line up, let's say, in order for that to occur. And so it's this place of being ready to be there, but those steps still, they're steps I still need to take, right? So it's a very much an in-between place, and it's also indicative of where we are as a collective in many ways too. And so that's another, or the reason why I'm sharing this is because I feel like this could apply to many areas of life, not just your job or your work, but relationships, where you live, family dynamics, all kinds of things. So we're in this transitory type phase, or not phase, but space. And we have experienced a lot of upgrades and healing and growth over the last few years. In particular, the last few weeks, we've had all kinds of activations from these massive solar flares that have happened recently, other cosmic upgrades and activations, and all of these things are bringing to the surface things that need to be released so we can move into this new phase. So we are very much in this transitory type space. And something I've noticed with myself is that in that space, when I take a step forward, it feels like right on the heels of that, then it's very triggering to, I'll say, fear-based thoughts that used to overwhelm me, that used to run the show, so to speak. And it's these, every time we take a step towards this new, then older aspects, or again, old patterns of thought, you may call it shadow aspects, rise up to kind of pull us back into those older spaces, right? And it doesn't even have to be older spaces, but just to keep us in the present. And I don't mean being the present as in mindfulness. I mean present as in where we're comfortable, where things are certain, where we have a sense of stability, but it's based on something that is not in alignment with where we are going, and honestly not in alignment with who we are at this particular point. So it's important to, the message I received this morning as I was working through these thoughts, there are emotions that are going to come up as part of this too, because we're really expanding as individuals through this process. And as we allow ourselves to take these steps forward, where there's immense growth that happens in these smallest of steps. And in order to then take those steps, or even on the backside of taking those steps, there's this releasing of things that have been within us, and it may not even be ours as individuals. It may be emotions and energy that is generational, that's ancestral even, that in this stepping forward that we're doing in this space of expansion and growth, we are transmuting those energies as individuals, but for the collective, or for our family line, for our ancestry, going forward. So in that, there's this releasing of emotion and everything. The message I received and what I am working on currently is allowing myself to express that emotion, to sit with it, to feel it, and at the same time, to give myself grace for the challenge of it as well, to have gratitude for the process and not minimize that it's hard and it doesn't feel good. It's painful, it's difficult, it's challenging as and I'm so glad that I'm going through this because I'm growing, because I'm one step closer to stepping into that fully aligned and integrated place. So that's where that balance is, right? And that is the integration of the light and the shadow that makes us whole, that brings this unification of the parts of ourselves. So my invitation to you is, as you're going through this process of change, and whether it's on an individual level or you're feeling it on the collective level, or both, probably for you guys that are here with me right now, giving yourself grace, having gratitude for the process, and also recognizing that this is really the key part, recognizing those two things can exist in the same moment. They are not exclusive. It doesn't have to be one or the other. As a matter of fact, if it's one or the other, then we're not in an integrated space. Allowing for those two things to be true simultaneously, that you can have gratitude for the process, have gratitude for where you're going, for where you are in the moment, and give yourself grace in the recognition of just how challenging that same process is. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for now, but I'm sending you guys so much love and so much encouragement during this time. We're doing amazing things as a collective. We're doing amazing things as individuals. And even though we may be separate in the physical, energetically, we are together and we're walking hand in hand through this process. And I'm so grateful to be in this space with you and on this journey with you. So sending you so much love, and I will talk to you soon.